This content is the creative work of Channels Without Borders, all rights reserved 2025. Visit channelswithoutborders.com. Feel free to share this with friends. More information and links are in the description.
Why do you say that time isn't real?
Good now. I don't know if we have time to answer that now. Just kidding. Remember not to believe everything I say. In fact, don't believe anything. Take the words only as pointers, and then check things out for yourself. Even talking about what is real and what isn't opens a whole can of worms. We have opened that can before and have no idea where all the worms have gotten to. So let's just talk about time. Under the rubric of time, there are actually at least two different times we could be referring to. These could be called chronological and psychological time. The first one is easy, so we'll just get it out of the way before tackling the more challenging concept of psychological time. Chronological time is just like the ticking of the clock. It appears to be regular and can be segmented into seconds, minutes, hours, days, months, years, and so on. It marches on. Within the illusion of the dualistic physical world, time plays a significant role. Some would say it's the fourth dimension. Like eating and breathing, keeping track of time plays a significant role. Awareness allows you to catch a train or flight or to meet a friend. Conducting business relies heavily on chronological time. Like the dream world itself, chronological time is not real. We'll talk more about that in a discussion of psychological time. But it plays an important role in playing in the illusion. But as you have probably surmised, we did not come today to deal with chronological time. Psychological time is where most of your focus lies. In psychological time, you believe there's a past, which you think about often. Most of the thoughts that enter your mind come from this past. The questions I place before you are, where is the psychological past located? How do you find it? And can you get there from here? The honest answers to these questions are likely, I don't know, and I don't think so. Then there is the psychological future. This is the one that affects you in the deepest way. Of course, the past reverberates on in an endless loop through your mind. Those of you who consider yourselves to be on the spiritual paths are well aware that it doesn't support you to pay too much attention to these thoughts in your mind, or to listen to the mass consciousness, to all your programming. You're trying to ignore all of that and to live in the now, to hear what the present has for you. For many of you, there are things in your mind or your behavior that you don't approve of, things you want to change. You have goals. Maybe you want to be kinder. Perhaps you want to feel more peaceful. You could wish to let go of judgment and guilt. There are the physical goals like losing weight, giving up smoking, regular exercise, or eating better. You could all fill in the blanks of your own lengthy wish list. In psychological time, you are setting goals. You want yourself to improve, to be better. This change will be realized somewhere in the future. You might go so far as to set an exact time when your goal will be achieved. Again, where is this future? How do you find it? Can you get there from here? You know the honest answers to those questions. There is just now. There is no past. There is no future. These are just constructs of your mind. Meanwhile, you can only be here. In psychological time, you want to be anywhere else, but there's nowhere else to be. You feel ambushed by your past. You don't like your present self and want to turn out a new, improved version. However, it's always now, and you're stuck with the version you have. You don't accept who you are, dreaming only of the hypothetical you that doesn't exist. Tomorrow never comes. It's always now. So, in the insane world of psychological time, you're guided by a non-existent past to create a non-existent future, while ignoring or resisting the only true time, the present. This place you long for of peace, love, innocence, and acceptance can only be found now, in this present moment. It's here right now. You can only experience what is here. Why do I say that time isn't real? I'm talking about psychological time. I'm talking about the past and the future. Now time is very real. It's all there is. If you want to experience peace, let go of your ideas of how to get there. Give up plans to find it in the future. Look right here, right now, and see what is there. Don't let yourself escape into your mind. Stay here. Use all of your senses. Accept the feelings, the sensations that come to the body. If there is a perfect future, go there right now. Why live one more moment in agony? You don't do it because you can't. You either find peace here or now, or you never find it. What you do when you live in the illusion of psychological time is to sacrifice the present for the future, which doesn't even exist. Let's come back to true time. Whatever you want to have that you don't believe is in the present, and for which you decide to do your programs, your training, your meditation, or whatever systems you've come across, so that in the future you will have what you now lack, well, cut the middleman out. Don't meditate for future peace. Have peace now. You ask how you can have peace now. Stop fighting. What are you fighting? You're fighting you now. When you say that you are not the you wish to be, you're at war with yourself. How can you experience peace while being at war? Stop fighting the you that's here now and accept it. We're not even going to go into the many people in the world that you're at war with, that you want to change, that you might believe you or others are victim to. Stop fighting. If you want peace, stop believing you need to be different. Make peace with what is here now. Everything and everyone is as they are now. You cannot change it, no matter how much you might wish to. You can give up fighting. You can accept the perfection of God being in this very moment. That requires looking without a thought of what could or should be. It means really seeing what is present and fully engaging with it. Of course, all this flies in the face of what most spiritual paths are teaching. These teachings say that you have to work for your spiritual goals. You must have discipline. You must make yourself grow and change. This guidance might have you work with your thoughts, practice positive thinking, express your emotions, always practice forgiveness, meditate, do yoga, eat a vegan diet, proselytize, fast, help those in need, or any other form of discipline. Act in the right way now so that you'll have a better future, so that you can be the person you believe you should be. Ego mind goes crazy when told that you don't have to do anything or become anything, that you are that now. There's nothing you have to do. There is no goal, no discipline, no guru. All of that is counterproductive. It takes your focus away from the now, from what is, and places it on what isn't, the psychological illusion of time. When your mind is encouraging you to set goals and think of a new you, Open your eyes and see what's around you. Is what you notice there because you asked it to be there? No, it's just there. Can you change anything about what is there? You might have a temporary effect through meeting what is there, but in the meantime, life goes on. It's alive, it moves, it changes. It does not follow your personal will or desires. Life is what it is. You can notice what's there, look at it, let it be there, enjoy it. See what is actually there rather than noticing what isn't. Let go of what it isn't. It will never be there. You will only experience pain, loss, and suffering. Let it be. Stop fighting and accept what is there. If you notice having an unloving thought toward another, that's what's here now. If there is judgment toward self, again, that is what is there. If there is sadness, let it be there. Rather than trying to change what it is, really let yourself experience it. Let the feelings be present. Explore them in your body rather than trying to chase them away or transform them. Choose peace now. Stop fighting. See what you actually find in the now when you're not busy trying to change it. Use all of your senses in this exploration. There is awareness. There is noticing. There is the illusion of choosing. But what is cannot be unchosen any more than it can be chosen. You can imagine an alternate reality, but you can't go there. You just go into hiding from the present. You just go into a war against what God has brought to you, brought in love. How can you possibly enjoy a present that refuse to accept, that you don't want? How can such a life be one of peace and love? I'm not suggesting that you set as a goal to no longer set goals, that you choose to not be focused in the future, but look only at the present. If you are setting goals, notice that you're setting goals. If you're aware of looking to the future, just be aware of that. It's not about changing, but about being aware. If you notice that you're not aware, also let that be. There's nothing to change. There's only what is here now. You're here in true time, in the only time, in the present moment. Hang out. Hang out with whatever appears to be here with you. It's all God's gift to you. Good now.
This content is the creative work of Channels Without Borders, all rights reserved 2025. Visit channelswithoutborders.com. Feel free to share this with friends. More information and links are in the description.